Emma, coming to you live from our nifty recording studio in New York with all of the hip to the jive news.
The date is March 4th of 1929, and we've got a lot to cover tonight, folks. Let's get a wiggle on.
On the agenda today, we got the scoop on Herbert Hoover, fundamentalism, the Lost Generation Riders, and an unreal interview with the egg himself, Babe Ruth.
Ma'am, Babe Ruth is the cat's pajamas.
And how? He's more than just an ordinary fellow, ladies and gents, and any woman would be a dumb door to pass him by.
Alright, enough punching the bag. Let's pipe down and get to the news.
Alright, mind your potatoes, Emma. First up, we have a story on our copacetic president, Herbert Hoover. Today he was inaugurated in our great capital of Washington, D.C. as the 31st President of the United States of America. Thankfully, his entire speech was captured on newsreels, marking the first presidential speech to be recorded this way in the history of our country. This guy is the bee's knees, ladies and gents. He has promised us peace and prosperity in the coming years as our president. No more of this war nonsense. The stock markets are soaring right now as we continue to live in the prime of our great country. Let's hope that President Hoover's promises hold strong and that our economy continues to climb. If not, that would be depressing. Now, on to Emma with our next story.
Thanks, Cassidy. Fundamentalism is the talk of the town right now. This is a religious group that believes in the strict, literal definition of the Bible. Many dams and men are in the group and are trying to convince people all over the world to join their group. One dam that is convincing people to join the group is Amy McPherson. Amy uses costume and theaters to preach her viewpoints to many Americans all over the country. One man that is trying to convince people to join his cause is Billy Sunday. Billy uses emotional sermons to draw huge crowds to make them join his cause. These two darbs use very unreal but different tactics to gain followers to their cause, but their tactics are copacetic and nifty. They are ducky at gaining followers because they are the most important fundamentalist right now and are very on the level. Because of them, fundamentalism is taking off through the whole nation. They are gaining many followers right now, promising that it will stay in the news feed for many more months and years to come.
Atta girl, Emma. What a great story.
Aw, applesauce. Thanks, Cassidy. I thought that story might give the show some edge.
And how? And now let's go live to Yankee Stadium where Emily is with the one and only Bambino, Babe Ruth.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Babe Ruth, who just got the first World Series win for the New York Yankees. Babe, how does it feel to be an American hero?
This is extraordinary. The team and I have bumped it off every night on this field, and it has finally paid off.
I'm sure you guys are going to earn heavy sugar after this big win. I heard your salary has climbed from only $600 a year to $80,000. What are you going to do with that jack?
First, don't tell the Bulls, but I'm going to buy enough bootleg to get myself and my entire team Zooled this weekend. Then I plan to start a charity fund. I'm going to call it the American Legion Crippled Children's Hospital and open it in St. Petersburg where we hold spring training.
What a darb. Do you have any more career goals for the coming seasons?
I hope to get the record for most career home runs. It would be a dream to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Best of luck, Babe, and congrats again. Now for a word from our sponsors before we go back to Emma and Cassidy in the studio. Gents, for all you wannabe drugstore cowboys and smarties out there, the new Bambino cigarette lighter is perfect for you. This swanky new lighter lights all of your ciggies with the flick of a switch. At the price of only one clam, the Bambino lighter is the real McCoy. So next time you're out on the town, pick up yourself a Bambino lighter. They're so swell, even Babe Ruth himself uses one to light up a ciggy before each big game.
These things are really great, folks, and they'll make you look tight. You'd be a sap not to go out and spend some voot on them.
Emma's right, folks. These things are on the level.
Now you're on the trolley, Cassidy. Let's hear about your Lost Generation Riders.
Thanks, Emma. This next story is very important, so listen up while I spill the beans. World War I was a devastating event that affected many people in different ways. We sometimes forget the impact that this unreal war had on our culture. Lost Generation Riders were writers that published their work during the war, but their work often went unnoticed because the war was a distraction. One of the most influential writers of this time was the baby vamp herself, Gertrude Stein. Although she was one of the lesser-known authors at this time, this woman was an inspiration for many writers both male and female. Gertrude Stein is credited with the term lost generation. Her nifty stories help people adjust back to a somewhat normal lifestyle after the war. Her contributions to the literary world have changed the way we view literature in the last few years alone. Imagine the impact her work will have in the decades to come.
Hot dog, Cassidy, thank you for such a whack story.
That does it for our broadcast. If it wasn't a flat tire, be sure to tune in again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a review of the best New York speakeasies and an interview with some of New York's swankiest flappers.
Thanks for listening and have a swell evening. Go treat yourself to some giggle water and some ciggies, but don't get too zooled. Have a nifty evening.